today's video, we're going to be going over TikTok's biggest dental trends, from the best ways to whiten your teeth to why you shouldn't use charcoal toothpaste, to the most viral of them all, a company who could have figured out how to regrow all your teeth again. It's about to get wild. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
Look at my teeth.
Don't do this. No, seriously. Don't do this. And I think you obviously probably understand you probably shouldn't cover something on your teeth and leave it there for 8 months and not even clean it. The way that I like to tell people this is it's almost like if you had a diaper. Say your baby had a diaper and he went number 2 in that diaper, and then you decided to leave that number 2 in there for every day, and he just kept adding gunk and nastiness to it for 8 whole months, because that's basically what you did to your teeth. All that acidic food, the sugar, the plaque, the stuff, the nastiness that breaks down your teeth and causes cavities just works its way inside that grill and just sits on the teeth acting away. And so as you can see on her teeth, we have a lot of staining. The teeth are yellow. There's probably some cavities in there as well. And now unfortunately she has to pay the piper and probably get those things not only cleaned, the glue or nastiness that's on there fixed, and all those cavities and potentially root canals fixed as well. Marcus Gunn syndrome. That's exactly what you actually have here.
But Bentist, what is Marcus Gunn syndrome?
Well, this happens when your wires get a little crossed. When one wire, your trigeminal nerve, actually which controls your jaw movement, intersects with your oculomotor nerve, which actually moves this up and down. Another thing that I noticed that actually caused me to believe that this was happening was if you look at when she's staying completely still, her eyelid is a little droopy, which is another sign of Marcus Gunn. And in fact, now that I think about this, there actually is a few surgeries you can do to get this fixed. Now, some of them are cosmetic, which can just fix the eyelid drooping, and there's even more complex ones that I've heard of that can actually get those wires to be uncrossed, although I've never really seen it in person. Either way though, I wonder how many people have thought that she was winking at them when she was just eating some food.
This is day 2 of whitening my teeth with charcoal, and I think it's starting to work.
Don't do that! Please don't do that! You see, because it is working, but not in the way that you think. You see, for years and years, people have thought that for some reason whitening strips and hydrogen peroxide is bad for you and it's going to hurt your enamel because it causes sensitivity. Now, the reason it causes sensitivity is not because it's damaging your enamel, it's because you have these little holes in your teeth called enamel tubules, and those link directly inside to your tooth where your nerve is, where you can feel sensitive. And the hydrogen peroxide has to go into your teeth to whiten from the inside out. And unfortunately, in that process of doing that, it breaks together all these organic things that have plugged in those holes, making it to where air and stuff couldn't get into the nerve of your tooth. Now, this is actually worse on the roots of your teeth, and why you're so sensitive whenever you have gum loss and your roots are showing, because those enamel tubules are really tight. The dentinal tubules of the root are really big, so they let air in really well. Now, normally bone and gum cover it, so if you have gum loss and root showing, that's why you're so sensitive. But anyways, back to the whitening. So hydrogen peroxide breaks down those organic plugs, per se. It whitens the tooth on the inside, and then for a day or two you're going to be a little bit sensitive sometimes, especially at higher percentage levels, until those organic plugs form. Now, the other way of doing it is through things like charcoal toothpaste or whitening powders and things like that. Now, these came about as a thing to say, hey, you don't have to use hydrogen peroxide, so use these instead. But unfortunately, this is doing the complete opposite of what you want. You see, because charcoal toothpaste and all these things are abrasives. They're very much like if you just took sandpaper, made it into sandpaper dust, and brushed your teeth with it, that is basically what you're doing. It is not intrinsically whitening, going into the tooth and whitening from the inside out. It is literally ripping off your teeth. Every time you brush, it is doing a little bit of a sandpaper move on the front of your teeth. But Bentist, my teeth are getting whiter. What gives? Well, of course they're getting whiter. You're literally ripping off the external stain that's on the front of the tooth. Now, here's where the really big issue comes in. If you continue to use this charcoal toothpaste like this, you're going to wear away your enamel. And over time, the enamel will get thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. And then all of a sudden, you're going to notice that your white teeth start to look yellow, really yellow. And that's because your enamel is actually clear. You look through your enamel into the inside dentin layers of your teeth, and that is where the yellowness or whiteness of your teeth come from, is how stained the inside of your tooth is, not the outside. And so as that clear enamel will get thinner and thinner, you have less clear enamel, meaning that you see more and more of the dentin, meaning your teeth get yellower, yellower, and yellower. And the other big side effect is that you get very, very sensitive because you have that protective enamel layer shrinking every single day you're using it.
I flew all the way to Japan to find the only drug in the world that can regrow your teeth.
Did she just say regrow your teeth? That would be like the holy grail of medicine. I gotta check this out. Okay, I went to searching on the interwebs and I figured it out. It is a company called Toragem Biopharma. And this Toragem Biopharma found a specific protein that actually stopped your body from regrowing teeth. Apparently, you have your baby teeth and then you have your second set of teeth. And so it allows you to grow this second set of tooth buds, but then your body shuts it off because we're not sharks. We don't just keep regrowing tooth. And the reason why this is important is because 69% of people lose a tooth. Now, I did look into it a little bit further, and before you get all excited about this, there is a few things that kind of weird me out a little bit. Now, from my reading really quickly, and I could be wrong here, but it seems like if you unlock this protein to start growing teeth again, that it's not just one singular tooth bud that grows. It's every single one of your teeth regrows in again. And I think it means that every single permanent tooth that you have will fall out and new ones will sprout in. Now, this also completely causes problems in the orthodontic scene. If you had braces to straighten all your teeth and then you regrow all your crooked teeth back in again, does that mean that you have to get braces again to re-uncrooked your crooked teeth from the past? Making some new, ooh, that's a star grill. That's actually crazy. Fun fact, this is actually exactly how we do gold crowns. If you have a gold crown in your tooth, the same way. The dental labs will do it the same way. So she's waxing it up first. And then from here, normally, I'm trying to figure out what she's doing now. Polishing it down, she's using a Dremel. Okay, so yeah, she's just getting in the final. Oh, she's already done it. Okay, so we've already turned the lost wax into gold and now she's fitting it in. Let's see how it works. Look at that thing. That's actually really crazy cool, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that I'd have to introduce on top of this is that the safety of it could actually be damaging your teeth. You see, in these cases where they put little grills like this on, they are removable, thank goodness. And unfortunately, a lot of rappers and people like that, they'll get it permanently cemented into their mouth. A lot of times these rappers or whoever, they just get them from some random person at the mall or some artist like this, and they don't know how to properly check occlusion. Now, I'm not saying that she doesn't, she very well could, but I'm just saying when you get things like this, just be very aware that you can damage not only your teeth, but your bite as well. Either that, it still looks really cool though.
Love yourself. You gotta embrace every single.
What are those? Is what you guys keep texting me and tagging me and DMing me saying, what the heck is going on in this person's mouth, Bentist? Are these real teeth or not? And you know, it saddens me a little bit because I feel like we're not educated as a population to know what the anatomy of a human tooth looks like. Although there are some weird things that can make your teeth look a little weird, I'm not too quite sure that these are real. So first, there are different things you can do. You can have less teeth or more teeth. We call that hypodontia and we call that hyperdontia. You can also have issues where the enamel doesn't form or the dentin doesn't form properly. Those are called enamelogenous imperfecta, dentogenous imperfecta, all that type of stuff. Can cause the shape of your teeth to be kind of funky, but still the main shape of your teeth remains the same. From what I could research and gather, it looks like she just stuck a bunch of nails together and she's just biting on them, or maybe coffee filters or something. They're not real teeth. It's completely fake. The whole account is made up and she's just using you guys for clicks and likes to try and get a little bit of money and some views. I don't know why you guys keep tagging me in this, but I got tagged 1,000 times saying just watch the video, you'll see. Okay, she's brushing. Spray that little cavity. Mr. Brain, I see you, Brain. Wishy washy, wishy washy. Such a mean. Oh, you gotta brush that time. Okay, looking good. All right, he's going to bed with a clean set of teeth here. Pain. Why my homie got pain? I'm so confused about his pain. Oh, a tooth is coming in. That's what. Oh, he's got an abscess. Those are painful. Oh no, it is. It's a wisdom tooth. Wisdom tooth is coming in. Yeah, get your wisdom teeth out, guys, because it can get impacted and it can cause an infection, and then you're gonna have to go to the hospital and get it out. So, what a wild cartoon, though.
I got my teeth professionally whitened.
And you probably wasted a ton of money too. That's right, professionally whitening at a dental office can cost so much money, up to $500 and even more sometimes. But what if I told you that after years of work, research and developing, and patenting, we have changed whitening and forever to give you that professional level whitening at just a fraction of the cost. So it is my pleasure to introduce to you the best whitening in the world, Lumismart by Something Nice Company. Let's get into why this is such a game changer of whitening. You see, there's a lot of problems with whitening whitening strips in general. The first that I really don't like is that they're goopy, they're slidey, they're slippery, and they're just kind of nasty and stuff leaks into your mouth. Well, we changed that. Because with our Lumismart strips, we actually have patented hydro grip technology that actually sticks onto the front teeth, and it is like super glue. It doesn't come off, meaning that all that hydrogen peroxide and whitening power goes directly into your teeth. Not only that, but we have great flavors. We got watermelon, we've got peach, we've got mint, and we've got coconut. I mean, who have you seen flavored whitening strips? And the second huge thing that is a problem with whitening strips is sensitivity. The problem is that it covers the entire tooth. Your whole tooth gets sensitive, and so they have to lower the amount of hydrogen peroxide to try and make it work for you, making it not as good. But we figured out a way to change that. Because the second thing that we patented is called our Smart Adjust technology. It is the first whitening strip in the world that has adjustable layers to fit the perfect size of your tooth. Because we only are on the front of the tooth, we actually lowered sensitivity in whitening by 60%. And we were able to increase the hydrogen peroxide level from 4 to 5% all the way up to 10 for you, meaning you get double the power with more than half the sensitivity. In the box, you get your strips, you get the shade guide, you get your manual, but the real power is in the strip. See those thin lines there? Those are the Smart Adjust technology. And so for me, I believe I am the first layer. So we're gonna take the layer and you will peel away. You can see how easy it just smart adjusts away. And then we're gonna go ahead and take the strip, and this should be the perfect size for my front teeth. So you go ahead and put it on there. You can see how much it sticks like crazy. Okay, first off, that watermelon flavor is awesome. But anyways, once you have it on there, you keep it on there for 30 to 60 minutes, 60 if you're really trying to extra whiten, and then you'll peel it off. I can actually show you now that I'll show you the hydro grip, so check this out. There's no slipping and sliding with that. That is on there, it is amazing. There's no residue left over. I'm telling you, these are the best whitening strips in the world. Other brands give you like 14 treatments. We're giving you 21. But here's the kicker, with Smart Adjust, if you actually have a medium-sized tooth, meaning you split right down the middle, you can actually increase the amount of treatments to 42 different treatments, which is an insane value. And if you're telling me, Bentist, I don't want to use it with the Smart Adjust, that's okay. We actually built it in so it can be completely used as a normal strip as well. You don't even have to use the Smart Adjust. I would highly recommend it though, because 60% less sensitivity is an amazing feature. Can't wait for you to get your hands on these. The real question is, what flavor should you get? Because for less than 10% of professional whitening at a dentist, it's kind of a no-brainer.